What's going on, guys? My name is Yellow SUK and I'm playing some MX vs ATV Reflex, and we are on a 125 here at Glen, Helen. I don't know, kind of because the, I don't know, I won't even go into it, but a 125 racing this year in the real race was pretty cool. Obviously it was at the beginning of the season. Now it's got a ton of publicity, almost too much, but I guess it's good for him. But I wanted to try to see how this track would be in Reflex on a 125, and honestly, like, it's a lot of fun. I've only done half of a lap. I wanted it to be a little bit fresh. I wanted to be really trying and struggling. And what I noticed is it's difficult to get over those big jumps. So we'll see. I haven't got over them yet, but I think it might be possible. So let's see how we can do on a 125 at a gnarly track. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. This double's going to be a little bit of a struggle, no doubt. That's a hard one on a 450. Let alone a 125. See, I'm not launching down the hill quite as far. Definitely down on power. So you're gonna see me maybe taking some more outsides just to try to get as much power down as possible. But even here, look, I mean, flat, full throttle, just to get over that double. When before I'm like trying to scrub it and tap the brakes on a 450. It gives you a little bit of perspective. But you can tell that I am having a lot of, oh shit. That was almost really cool the way our back end kind of wiggled and hunkered down. Just got a weird twitch at the end there, unfortunately. So this is going to be a hard one. We need to try to cut this a little tight, get that power down as early as we can. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, that big triple. Woo, stretching it out, man. Kind of like the video. Hopefully you guys have seen the video. The stank dog trying to hit it. Okay, so I need to hit a wider line there. I wasn't paying attention enough. I mean, I tried to cut it like I normally would, but whew, man, you really have to rip and rail that outside to be able to get through there. Some of the ruts are honestly easier on this 125. I'm gonna cut this real tight just to make sure I get enough speed to get over that double. I think this section is going to be another one that the 125 is definitely going to struggle on. Let's see. You're going to have to really rail that far outside rut. Let's see, though. Can we get over some of this? You might be doing a little bit more skipping through here than you'd like. I'll try to rail that far outside next time. And again, same thing here. Can I get on it hard and get... Oh, there we go. Got a good kick off of that. Ooh, that wasn't too bad. For the 125, like, psh, I'm happy with that. That whole section's going to be a pain in the ass on this bike, I think, the whole time. It's just, you know, you just don't have enough power. So if you don't hit that far outside, just spot on, you're kind of done for. This is sweet on the 125. Let's see if we can carry a little bit more speed into this stuff. Oh, that was sweet! That was an advantage of the 125. Able to get on it earlier and it doesn't upset you as much. Kind of the same reason I'm riding a 254 stroke in sim now instead of a 450, if you guys have been following that. Aw, back end out. GG. We're not getting up this hill, man. We have to get out and fucking push. Oh, come on. Let's see if we can launch down this. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Oh, got a little bit of a kicker there, but we were able to dive into that rut. That was cool. Again, probably maybe a little bit of a scrub there to get over this double. Yeah, nice and smooth. Kind of hard to triple this. Focusing, trying to get the power down for this. It's an important one to get that back end down and onto the ground and get the power down. Oh, very difficult to get over that. Let's see if we can get this. Oh, we got it. We got it in the bank. I'm going to try to throw a whip. Come on, come on. Oh, fuck, man. The one hoppers on those. Pretty difficult to get the power down enough to get over that. I bet you probably can. It might take a little bit of a cheater whip glitch. Maybe not a full-blown whip glitch, but more of like a drop the nose to go a touch farther, more than I already did. And really railing that outside without lifting at all. But man, how much fun. Just something totally different. Appreciating the 125 in the game, and what better track to do that on. Didn't quite get a good line into that to try to rail that outside, but you can see we carried a lot more speed through here. We were able to get, for the most part, that double, maybe? You could call it that. Ah, ugly through there. This one's gonna be a bitch. Absolutely. You're gonna have to just rail at full speed and hope you don't get a weird kick. The problem with that whole section is you hit a different part of the lip depending on the rut, and you get a totally different kick off of it. You'll either get popped really far or not. And on the 450, you can judge a little bit better because you can get on the power harder and kind of adjust for how you're gonna land. And if you get into trouble, you can use that 450 power to pull you out of that trouble and maybe get a double in afterward the mistake. But on a 125, it's like, dude, once you lose that momentum, it's gone, man. It's not coming back. There we go. Launch down that hill. I have to hit the outside. Fuck that inside. Baby. Oh, kicked a little bit sideways there. It's okay, you don't really need to get that double. If you nail that inside, maybe try to stretch that out a little bit better. Oh, what? Dude, that looked perfect. Come on, tell me I should have crashed there. I mean, I was leaning pretty far pinning it when that rut connected with the second rut, but come on, man, that was beautiful. She was a beaut. Try to maybe ride that back end over that. Yes. Try to angle in. There we go, there we go. I've never gotten that far over it. Come on, get that power down. Clear this motherfucker. Ah, that hop. I'm trying to do shit without whip glitching, obviously. It's usually how I roll. Sometimes it's needed, but I'm really trying not to. Try to bring that nose forward. It's just not gonna happen, man. I'm gonna have to just do a dedicated whip glitch to get through there, I think. That's unfortunate, but it is kind of what it's all about, right? You're not gonna get through everything perfect on the 125. Inside this time again. I like this line because I can just set myself up from the far outside, get as much room before this double as possible. Because if you fuck up that double, I think on the 125 you might not be able to clear the actual finish line double, I guess you could call it. I actually carried a lot of speed through there. Double. Got the middle double. You always kind of get kicked sideways there. Not ideal. Yes, onto the table. Nah, not quite. Got greedy. Still was able to get that double in, double. So, you know, we actually saved that just a little bit. Wasn't pretty, I'll admit. But, man, a ton of fun on the 125. Last lap, let's see if we can have a little bit of fun on this one. I might be a little reckless. There might be a crash or two, but I'm going to just try to stay a little bit more pinned and carry a little bit more speed than I have been. Let's see. That outside line would be really sick. It's unfortunate my back end kicked around, but you can kind of see what I'm going for on this lap. A little bit more reckless, but just nailing those outsides flat. Not gonna get this double, but you know what? We're gonna go outside. Let's stick with the outside tradition. We're doing it. Just hug it. That was not the outside. That went terribly wrong. Try to land on that rut. Come on. Can we get up this triple? Not quite. Squared that up. safer bet there. Let's go far outside here. Fuck it. We don't need a rut. Yeah! Getting over the table. Landing on top. Come on, without a whip glitch, that might be as close as I get. Holy shit. Trying to play with some of these outside lines. Oh no! Bear. How about that line, man? Anyway, you can see the potential for a lot of fun on the 125. Some of those downhills, you could probably just stay flat if you hit the right line and don't get your back end kick sideways. That's a cool shot, throwing a whip. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this, something a little bit different on a 125. I can do this on a lot of tracks. Let me know if that's something you'd like to see. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I will talk to you later. Peace out.